What's up, everybody? I'm Kevin Spanix. We're going to look at today at the state of play for Last of Us 2. We're going to get some more Last of Us 2 information. This game is coming out soon, so let's take a look. Some new information. I'll put it on full screen in a second. I just want to make sure volume is good. Okay, here we go.
Peggy 18.
Might be a little loud. We'll see. I might pause it here and there, but I think we'll see.
I know you wish things were different.
It's a little loud.
I wish things were different. Ellie!
Okay.
But they ain't.
Please stop.
Naughty Dog, one of the best developers today.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Okay, are they gonna
If we were
separate?
smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get away with this?
How'd you find us?
Ooh. Okay, there's a little bit of hiding.
Can't stop this.
You can play as Ellie now and Joel.
What you want?
Ellie's a quicker,
Not at any cost.
stealthier companion.
I really hope you make it.
Not sure who that is.
I have to finish it.
There's a cost.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
So I think she joined some kind of like cult thing. I don't know. Maybe she did it knowing they're a cult and wanted something out of it.
I'm Neil Druckmann, Vice President of Naughty Dog and the Director of The Last of Us Part 2. We're just a few weeks away from launch on June 19th, when the game will finally be in your hands.
Finally.
The wait has been long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience, especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and challenging times. We hope you're all taking care of yourselves and that you, your friends, and your loved ones are doing well.
Yeah, Naughty Dog is top
Because of
class
these
when it
extraordinary
comes to
circumstances,
performance,
we can't be
acting.
together in this final stretch and share the experience like we usually would. So today we're trying something different,
Cinematic storytelling.
something we've never done before.
Oh?
Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2,
I'm trying to stay blind on this, but I'm
including
honest.
new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence. You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
Okay. So yeah, you can now play as Ellie or Joel. They have two different styles. I'm really curious. I'm not going to spoil anything
I
on
don't know what happened.
Last of Us 1, but the way it wrapped up,
You're
curious.
supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. They were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her.
Stop, dude.
The Last of Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's story several years after the events of the first game. Ellie and Joel have settled in Jackson, Wyoming, amongst a thriving community of survivors.
Okay, you said several years, right? Got distracted.
With the
Okay.
threats of the world kept outside the town's walls, Jackson has been able to find relative peace and even stability. Ellie is now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
Scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate our kiss from last night?
Smoking a blunt?
However,
She'd be like,
this peace
6.5.
is short-lived.
Hold on.
Jackson and Ellie suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets off back into the treacherous outside
Traumatizing
world
event.
in search of retribution and
So
justice.
Did her lover get killed, I wonder?
Her journey will take her to new parts of the country previously unexplored in The Last of Us. The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from
Like
the
the-
snow-capped mountains of Jackson to the lush Pacific Northwest.
Like the first one, okay.
Each introduces a wide range of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore, rendered in meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest iteration of the Naughty Dog engine.
Naughty Dog's very
Our
detail
goal was
focused.
to
Their
make these
games
environments
look
not
so
only
good.
beautiful, but feel as grounded and authentic to the cities they're based on as possible.
And not just the look, but the animation and everything like that. They're really best in
Much of
class
the
in
story
many ways.
unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone. Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a dense city center with a skyline of towering high-rises to the beautiful suburbs and stormy waterfronts that surround it.
I don't know if
The
beautiful
city
is
exhibits drastic
the
shifts
right
in
word.
architecture, elevation, and weather. And with Part 2, we've introduced new traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration and ways to navigate threats. Ellie is not only able to climb and jump over gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over obstacles,
Okay, a little
allowing you to
Uncharted.
discover new areas, resources, and side narratives. These more open environments also create new strategic considerations in combat, whether it's to get the jump on enemies or bypass them entirely.
We really haven't seen many zombies, have we?
The Last of Us Part 2 features some of the largest environments we've ever created. Horseback riding will allow
Nice.
Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains. Some streets are so flooded that a boat is required to navigate them.
Interesting.
However, the world of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly.
I don't know about inviting is the right
As Ellie
descriptor.
uncovers the path to finding those who have wronged her, she must face the many threats of this unknown city. In the wake of the pandemic and the fall of the quarantine zone, Seattle has become a war zone, where two warring factions find themselves in an ongoing conflict for territory and resources.
Can you choose to side with?
One of these groups is the Washington Liberation Front, otherwise known as the WLF.
They sound like extremists.
The
I can
WLF
tell
are
already.
a militia group that began
Yep.
as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle, and eventually wrestled control of the city from them. They are highly trained, organized, and well-equipped with weapons they stole from the army. They occupy much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
Yeah, extremist group. I can tell already, right away.
Did you see her?
On the other side of this bloody conflict is a group of religious zealots called the Seraphites,
Oh boy, they're both
Scars.
extremists.
defined by the self-inflicted deep cuts that they bear across their faces. Like the WLF, they're deeply tribalistic and territorial. They're known for being stealthy, using overgrowth as cover, and they use more silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Okay, interesting.
Her wings.
Where are the zombies at? Did they say it was cured? Did I miss that? We've seen this one. This is brutal. They're gonna
But
show it
beyond
again.
This conflict among survivors, the threat that originally brought the world to its knees, is very much present.
Okay, here we go.
Every human is in danger of falling victim to the
Ooh.
infected.
Oh my lord. You need to put some cream on that, bro.
They are the recently infected runners, who are more numerous and aggressive in this game. The blind but extremely deadly clickers,
Oh god.
and the stalkers, who sneak and hide until they're ready to attack, surprising their victims with extreme agility and brutal violence. The Last of Us Part 2 introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large, heavily
Oh.
armored enemies that are covered in pustules. Upon getting close to you, they expel a corrosive
Oh,
spore cloud
no.
that burns its victims.
No.
But our most terrifying and lethal new forms of infected will have to wait until you play the game for
Good.
yourselves.
Don't spoil it. Okay.
Overcoming these threats will require careful consideration of how you approach every combat encounter and how you leverage Ellie's unique skills, equipment, and the environment to your advantage.
Oh, the dogs will sniff you out. Gotta
The
take those
WLF patrol
dogs
the
out
streets of
first.
Seattle with guard dogs, which are capable of detecting and following you, even while in cover.
Oh no.
They can pick up your scent and alert their handlers to your presence. Listen mode will reveal your scent trail, so keep moving and cause distractions to avoid detection.
Okay, a little superhero ability.
25 years after the pandemic began, the world is completely overgrown. Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone to stay out of sight. However, this form of analog stealth means you're never fully hidden. If enemies get close enough, they can discover you, even in grass. When
Okay,
Ellie is
makes
overwhelmed,
sense.
running away is a viable option. You can also break glass or crawl through tight spaces to find new paths or areas to evade or
Wonder-
take on your enemies.
Wonder if you could just jump through
In any
glass,
given
or you have to
combat
break it
situation,
first.
You can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth to regain the advantage.
It makes sense you have to break it
If you
first
absolutely have
because
to fight your way
you
out,
know,
there are a variety of tools at your disposal.
trying to jump through
Ellie's
glass.
more agile than most of her enemies.
Yeah.
She could sprint and quickly dodge incoming attacks.
I mean, I've never
Learning
jumped through
how
glass,
opponents
but
attack with different weapons and mastering the timing of your dodges will prevent you from taking damage and create opportunities to counterattack. You can use throwable items. or
they show a
well-placed
lot
traps
of
to stun
playing
enemies
Ellie.
before dealing a killing blow.
Not much playing Joel.
Or using them as a shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out your next move.
Have they shown Joel playable? Did I miss it?
Ellie isn't
Oh.
always alone on her journey.
Good.
Allies will take part in helping you navigate the environments, spot enemies,
Oh.
and meaningfully help you in combat encounters.
Okay, allies. Got gas masks on.
Between the human survivors and the roaming infected, there will be times where multiple threats are present, creating new strategic considerations and opportunities.
I wonder if the other enemy humans and the zombies get
You can
into
choose
it.
whether to attack these opponents separately and directly, or find ways to pit them against each other.
There you go, see? Okay. So the factions don't like each other, and zombies.
Flee as they fight,
Or
or
zombies.
wait until their numbers have thinned out and engage with whomever's left.
Nice. Oh man. That's cool.
Our goal is to create unparalleled tension, coupled with deep systems that give you greater control and influence over your journey. As you play, you'll be able to invest in a broad collection of crafting items, weapon, and player upgrades through training manuals scattered throughout the environment and scavenging for ingredients.
Okay, makes sense.
These skills and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the choices you make will create your own distinct experience. We also wanted to extend that agency and personalization to your weapons through our new workbench system. Scavenge for parts to modify and improve your weapon's performance and attributes, all of which are visualized and become part of your character.
Cool. Ellie's like a badass now. Got the tattoos, got the rugged thing going on.
Survival will also require using the parts and ingredients that you'll find in the environment, which can be crafted into a wide range of defensive and offensive items, like proximity mines, explosive arrows, pistol suppressors, and more.
Okay, yep. Looks like the first one. So I feel like stealth is going to be a much more viable option. Ooh. It
All of
seems.
these gameplay systems are meant to immerse you in the world and make you feel in lockstep with Ellie's emotional journey.
But what about Joel?
As we've said before,
Does she-
this is Naughty Dog's largest, most ambitious
I'm not
game.
going to say.
It may seem like we covered a lot,
Might be
but we only
spoiler.
scratched the surface of what it's like to play
Oh.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, this is going to be a grim game, dude.
We
This-
can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself on June 19th.
I think they made a comment, something like that. Like the first one was about like
Until then, here's an extended sequence of never-before-seen gameplay.
nice was about hope, and this one's
Enjoy.
about like revenge. I think they said. So this is gonna be a lot darker, more violent, angry game than the first one. It seems like. I'm expecting a dark ending, but we'll see. Down the swamps, probably the Pacific Northwest here.
Did you find her yet? Shit.
Gabriel, no one was looking. We're searching the area, just in case she's still around.
Isaac's not happy about it.
Good looking water.
The fuck are they talking about?
Oh, you can go underwater. Okay. I'm assuming it's the same voice actress, even though she is a bit older now. But then again, when did this game come out again? Man, 2014, the first one. Okay, it's very quiet. Talk.
Don't make a fucking sound. Hands up. Do you know a girl named Nora?
Sure, yeah.
Where is she?
In the hospital.
Where in the hospital?
Yeah, they're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
Ellie reminds me of Sarah Connor from T1, and now this is, oh, godly. God, that's the worst place. One of the worst places to be stabbed. Eye, throat, butt, balls are like the 4 worst places. I assume. Never been stabbed in any of those. I don't plan to. Yeah, she reminds me of like Sarah Connor, but the first Terminator, in the first Last of Us, where she's kind of like a badass, but like kind of more innocent. And then the second one, she's like total badass, get revenge, like not messing around. Perhaps going too far.
Upstairs.
Hey, we get the job done.
I'm guessing it's about revenge. Her lover probably got killed.
No, this is not fair.
Or Joel got killed. I mean,
Data soldier. It makes these shifts so much easier.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind.
Fuck.
I'm just curious
Those are getting
what they're going to do about the ending of the first one. Like, I don't want to say too much about that, but like,
Hey, did you hear why we're all getting called up to the pub?
how they're going
Isaac
to
wants us
tackle
DJ
that.
Mullet downtown.
I heard we might take the fight to them.
No way.
It's very low
Not after
now.
what went down last time. Even Isaac isn't that crazy.
That's what I heard.
All right, calm down.
Always the throat. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, she's just like brutal in this, man.
Charlotte! Sticky tape from that way!
Uh-oh, better hurry. It's the Molotov's lit. I love a good Molotov cocktail. What a great weapon. It's still lit, right? Oh, it went out? Okay. That was weird. Oh, that's a hot dog right... That's a hot dog right there. I'm sorry, that was terrible. As the dog squeals in pain. This game is gonna be a bummer. In a good way, I guess. Man, I should play Last of Us 1 again. I played the first one for a little bit, and like, cause I heard the hype was insane, and I kind of liked it, but I fell off of it like a quarter of the way through. Then I went back with the remaster, and then I loved it.
Just like that.
It takes time to sink into you, for me. Because she's very stealthy. I don't think you can go in guns blazing. I mean, you probably could, but man. It is interesting. She's killing a lot more humans in all these demos than zombies. and it is a tale, I think, about revenge, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Saw movement.
Plus, I'm not huge on stealth, and it seems to be the first one. Definitely, stealth is important, no doubt. Ooh. Oh, that's. Oh, God, right in the side. Oh, my spleen. My kidneys. Jesus Christ, Ellie. God, game looks so good. Animation and art, sound design. Naughty Dog is really best in class when it comes to cinematic games, you know? They really are. The performances they get out of their actors.
Damn it! Find another way off!
Because, I mean, the textures are detailed. They're not the most detailed of all time, but, like, it's the combination of animation with the art that really set it above. And that's one of my pet peeves about games, voice acting. It's always sort of like
You, Nora?
not the best it could be. It's not. It's always the weak spot in my opinion of gaming industry versus like movies. But Naughty Dog brings it. That was actually one thing I liked about Order 1886, which I kind of liked actually. I beat that. Voice acting was stellar in that. Nobody was talking about it, but so good.
What the fuck was Abby here?
I'm not stupid. You're gonna tell us where she went.
When Isaac talks to us about this,
I'm getting tired of this.
Nora. Nora! I'm not going down for her, man.
I actually got a board with nails in it, dude. That is the most like primitive killing weapon. Oh, it's knives in there. Oh, that's smart. So she got knives stuck in there, so she could probably take out those knives to throw them or stab. That's a nice touch. So she has the board with spikes for range, and if she gotta get in close, pull out that knife. That's cool, man. I love when developers like take that into consideration. Your inventory, what you're wearing.
Put that shit down. You remember me? Yeah. You remember me.
The seamless blend between gameplay and cinematic right there. Perfect. Oh man, this game is gonna be a bummer and a half to play. In the best way. Is that it? That is it. Alright. Well, this is gonna be a bummer to play, man. Especially right now with this pandemic going on right now. Oh man. Whew. So a lot of attention to detail. So it's interesting. It looks like I didn't see us playing as Joel the whole time, any of it, unless I missed it in the beginning. I don't think it even said what's going on with Joel. He said he left her with that cult people. I don't know if he made a deal with them or why he did that. You know. But it looks like you're playing as Ellie the whole time. They did say you have allies. And I don't know how that works exactly. So, yeah, I mean, hold on. So, I'm trying to get... Yeah, I didn't see anything playing with Joel. So he kind of like... left her with that cult. It looks like there were good times initially. Maybe he lied and said like, oh, these people are good. Or maybe he didn't know and put her there. And then some stuff went down. I'm guessing her lover got killed by them. Maybe because they're like weird and they don't like, you know, gay people for some reason. So maybe that's why like they killed her. It goes against, maybe it's like the religious zealots or something. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like you're playing as Ellie. I don't know how the allies work. They didn't really say that. They just said you can have allies. Zombies are creepy AF. They showed very little zombies. Hold on, I want to
This
see
is
this.
Naughty Dog's largest, immerse you in the world, and make you feel in lockstep with Ellie's emotional journey.
Let me see this real quick. The guitar part. So she was looking at, it looks like, I think that's Joel with disdain. So I don't know if this has something to do with part 1, the ending. I'm not going to say more than that. But I don't know what's going on with this. It's going to be really curious. I have thankfully avoided spoilers, so obviously let's not do that. And yeah, thanks guys. And we're certainly going to be doing a Let's Play and stream of this. I mean, come on, how could we not? On day 1. So I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Bye, everybody. Bye. White Owl Star